Okay, we're going to attempt to find where in the code we can access, where in the code it controls uploading this background image, so that I can take it to ChatGPT so that it can tell me what the problem is and how to fix it. Because I can't seem to get Replit to fix it. Although we've implemented so many other things successfully, I now have the QR code that's created when you create an event. You can just scan it. I have I forgot some of the other stuff that I did yesterday, but everything went smooth. Just can't seem to get this fixed. Where do I find the code that controls the background image upload? So here we go. Now, I've already done this. If you've seen an earlier video, I've already done this to fix problems in the code. I can't even remember what it was now, but this worked. I don't think it was as intense as this though. See what I mean? So here they're sending me to different places. Upload, image, mutation, remove background. The main upload is here. Because I looked at Cloudinary, and it looks like when Cloudinary receives the image, it's already defined. I thought maybe it couldn't fix it because Cloudinary was the one that's causing the problem, but I don't think so. I just closed it by accident. If you look right here, all of these images are already, if I click on one, and you see over here it says the dimension. And all of these images say the same thing. And if you double click on it, all right, yeah, there we go. Then you see, it looks like, I'm not sure now, it says view actual size. And the actual size is this, which is that vertical image. So to me, that means that, it's not doing this to the image. It's receiving the image in this size. So I don't think it's Cloudinary. It is Replit that has chosen to cut out the image in that dimension. And I say chosen, but probably early on, I probably asked it to give me the images in this way because I was thinking that just an image would be the invitation and not taking into account the rest of the delivery aspect of the invitation and what would be included. Hey, I'm not in it. This is all new. I probably said that that's what I wanted, but now, of course, that's not what I want. Or at least I want it to be an option so you can see what it looks like in landscape. Main upload route, I think we'll go here, 954. So now I just need to know, well, let's do it this way. So click that, you can get to the files. You click on client, it's going to give you the index, and I'm assuming that this is where I'll find this 954 line. And I assume wrong, because that obviously doesn't go to 954. So now I'll go back to agent and ask what folder will I find lines 955 for back end code main upload route. Route. Oh, I don't really need the main upload route. Validates file type and size. There it is right there though. It validates file, validates. It's not validates. Validates. Background removal, Cloudinary service, upload image, core upload functionality. So this is 35 through 68. Transformations and API calls, file type, file validation and upload trigger, file size validation, orientation detection. So, all right, see, where we at? Front end code. Okay, flyer generation component. All right, that's probably where we need to go. The front end code, flyer generation component. Mutation sends file to upload image. Upload image mutation. Mutation? We might need to check that too. So let's start with this flyer generation. And let's start with that. Let's see. So now I need to figure out where line, what folder is lines 413. Okay. Let's see. Where folder is line 40? What folder is line 413 located in? And it's going to give us the path, source, components, flyer generator. So we can come back up here to source. Wait a minute. I didn't see components. All right. I missed somewhere else. Let me go back over here again. Source, components, folder. That's source. Oh, components, flyer generator. All right, it says 4 what? 13? Now I'm trying to be careful not to click inside of the code. I don't want to mess nothing up. All right. 413, flyer generator mutate. Handler file upload. Change event. So I want to copy this. And maybe there's a better way to do it. I don't know, but I'm trying to highlight it and copy it. Okay, I got it. And let's see how far do we go. Let's go on down. Custom flyer. I see custom flyer. So I'll continue. Oh, last class name. Let's see. I'm just looking for. All right, there's the end of a div. So well, that's class name, grid, card holder, card content, background. Still saying background. Style, color, secondary, template. I'm just looking for text that might be relevant. Tabs, content value, upload, class name, space, foreground. Choose flyer orientation. I'm gonna keep going since I saw that. So I'm just looking for text. I mean, obviously I don't know coding. Ooh, look at this. Look at this right here. Border around. Yeah. So you see, I see this is of course directly related. I see margin auto, max width 100%, max height 100%, width auto, height auto. So all of that sounds like it is related to dimensions and images. I don't know what aspect is that, like prescriptive of the upload or detection or setting it. I don't know. That's why I'm just copying all of it, putting it in the ChatGPT, let it look at the code, and see if it notices anything that might be causing this problem. Now that's background removal. I know, that's past the problem that we're talking about. So I'm just gonna stop it right there, right click, copy it. Then I'm gonna take it back over here to GPT. I'm gonna say about to paste the code where I think image upload is handled. At least in one area. Tell me if you see in the code what is causing the problem. And you might say, how is it going to know the problem is at the other one? Because I've already been going back and forth with GPT about this and trying to get it to fix the problem. And I've been copying what it says Replit might be doing wrong and giving it to Replit. And it kept saying, hey, you're right. That's a good idea. And I have been doing that. And this might fix the, no, well, it's been saying this fixes the problem that I've been doing. And it made it different. It made it better because at least you can see, well, forget it. Let's go back over here. But it did make it better. It just didn't fix the problem. Well, I'm going to send this first and let it tell me to paste it. Slow today. Why is it slow today? Wait, we're over there? Oh my God. No wonder it's slow today. Best thing to do is to start a completely new, not even thread. It would have been better to start a project to do all of the troubleshooting that may occur with this app could be in one project and could be under different headings. See, like that's what I did with the challenge itself. Because you only can take a thread so far before it starts acting like this, real slow, and eventually it will say you can. Eventually it will say that you have reached a length limit in this thread. Start a new chat. Perfect. Paste it, and I'll point to the exact line. No, you need to fix the exact line. So now I'll paste it. And I'll pause you until we get a response. Go up. Gino. This thing is still waiting. Now, as you can see, it is having a issue bringing us a response. Bringing us a response very slow. Still thinking. Still thinking very slowly. Hold on, trash. Hold on, trash. There we go. I thought I had paused it. Evidently not. Okay. Thumbnail box for the background preview uses inline styles Well, that wasn't always the case. I remember when Replit said that it was going to try the inline styles to fix the problem. So I don't think that's causing a problem. It's not finished. It's still going. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Look like we getting to a conclusion here. Doesn't seem definitive though. It's just pointing out some things that could be causing the problem. So let's see. Let's see which one we're gonna take over there. All right. So we got the thumbnail box that should never crop and should show the whole image letterbox if ratios differ. Oh, it's saying that this is good. Nothing here forces a vertical crop. Likely cause of the vertical cutout. This is what we're looking for. Given this block looks correct, the problem is almost certainly one of these. Cloudinary preview URL transforms. Oh, image upload.url has fill. Yeah, that sounds about. The image will already be delivered cropped. Your thumbnail would just display a pre-cropped image. For preview, use raw or rotation only delivery. All right, one of these. So what we're going to do, and this is best practice for debugging, if you were an actual programmer, is you try one thing at a time. You try one fix at a time. And wait a minute, is this in Cloudinary or I'm gonna have to ask it. Cut out. Well, I'll just paste it in, and if it isn't Cloudinary, Replit will say that this is not in my code. Oh, it is in the code because it saw this. So, but you try one solution at a time because if you just copy everything in here, first of all, you could confuse. In this case, with the no-code software, who knows what's going to happen if you try to give it all this at one time. But also, even if nothing bad happens and it fixes the problem by doing all of it at one time, you don't know which one of these worked. And you might be able to ask it, but that's no guarantee that you get an accurate answer. But if you do one at a time and it fixes the problem, you know exactly what it was that caused the problem. And if you ever encounter that again, you are more familiar with how to figure out a solution, if that makes sense. So is for a part of the learning process while you're debugging is the benefit of doing one thing at a time. It might take a little longer, could. It might be quicker, because like I said, you might avoid causing some problems for yourself. Now I want okay, yeah. I want to deselect that. I don't want anything to happen. Okay. There are several things ChatGPT pointed out that could be causing the background image cropping issue that we never fixed. I will paste them in one at a time when you are ready to begin this process. Let's see what it says. It should say, let's go or something. Because usually I'll say, tell me when you're ready. But that's why I said, let's see what it says. And I didn't say that, and you see it says, I'm ready to help fix the process. All right, so let's go. Here's one number one. I understand the issue. The problem is that when we upload images to Cloudinary, we're applying transformations like fill AR 916 with 10. Yeah, that does look exactly like the issue. If you will recall, this is what Cloudinary is saying is receiving as the actual image size. So hopefully this is it. I think this is it. I hope this is it. Please let this forget. And if this is it, I've probably wasted 5 hours trying to get Replit agent to fix it, and it just took us 15 minutes. So that's the benefit of you watching videos like this. Learn from my mistakes. Learn how to be more efficient. Learn what to look for. Remove with. All right, let's go, y'all. Drum roll. Drum roll. I'm gonna refresh it. We're gonna delete that old image. We're gonna upload the same image. Oh man, doghouse. I thought that was gonna get it. I thought that was gonna get it. Let's try something completely different just for kicks. This is a square image. Let's see how that works. And this seems vertical. It's changing on its own. And this one is not changing on its own. That's interesting. All right, so anyway, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's find the next one. Parenting container is clipping. If parent outside the snippet has a fixed height. All right, let's try this one. And I'll just say that didn't fix it. Here is some possible solution number 2. You're right. Let me check the parent container styling that might be clipping the background image. Potito. Oh, let's see. Agentness ready. The user can see they're complete. All right. Replit said everything we come up with is the answer. But let's see if this fixes the problem. Let's see. Let's see. Generate. Landscape. Choose background. Oh, man. All right, let's go to number 3. Different preview elsewhere. A large preview, not in snippet. If that uses background sound, intentionally crop. I'll give them the impression that the image is wrong, even though the thumbnail is correct. That didn't fix it either. Here is the next possible solution. You're absolutely right. Let me search for all the places where background images are displayed with object cover or similar cropping styles. There might be a larger preview or main display area that's still using cover mode. Found them. There are still 2 places using object cover. Let me check what those are. Perfect. I found 2 remaining places with object cover. Line 806, line 985. So, because remember, we went to the main place in the code. So there are other places that deal with the image. But I think the main place is going to always be the best choice. Well, I say always. I don't know. As far as I can think from a logical perspective, it's going to always be because of what it implies. It's the main part of the code. So when you think of the main, then you think of the head, and then things branching off from there. So if you start at the branches, some of the other parts, then you don't know what's governing the part you're looking at. So like, why go to the branches before going to the main? That wouldn't make logical sense. And programming and coding is all logic. So let's refresh. Let's go to the dashboard, generate flyer, landscape, choose background. Oh, yes. we, we fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it. We got it. That it. That did it. That did it. Now the question is, man, y'all see that? Phone images can look vertical due to X if you're detecting orientation, temporary image. We ain't gonna mess with that. I was gonna say now the thing is like some of this other stuff is highlighted. Should we still drop it in Replit to check? This is correct. It still looks cropped. Then the parent and dev tools. And I think not. I think only if we encounter another problem do we go back. As for right now, my goodness. Now we just got to check and see if everything else works. Matter of fact, let me tell it. And I wonder if Replit, if it learns from projects and self-improve to how it's able to deal with projects, not only later in my account, but across accounts. That would be amazing. Let's see. That did it. Teamwork makes the dream work. You, me, and ChatGPT. Maybe a premature celebration. Fantastic. That's exactly what I love to hear. It's amazing how combining different perspectives can solve tricky problems like this. The background image cropping issue was definitely a multi-layered problem. All right. So y'all see that process, right? You're welcome. Just please like and subscribe, and we'll keep doing it. Now let's put us a background image here. No. Let's see what, it'll be interesting what this takes out. Perfectly done. All right, this is still working. This outline is not going to be there on the finished image. Now let's see if this displays properly on the invitation. That's the next question. And this is not displaying exactly here. That's interesting. So, oh, snap. Look, we got our QR code on the image. All right, so I need to ask it about calibrating this preview and this flyer generation. I just don't want it to mess up anything else. Now let's see if these show up. This is not showing up correctly. Well, let's see. What is it doing? Yeah, this is still cropping the original image because You see, it's supposed to extend beyond that cell phone. Okay, so now we have that issue to deal with. This should be a direct representation. So let's try this first. Oh, I should have switched that. And see if it can fix this in one go. And then we'll deal with the other issue. We need, I need you to calibrate the placement or tracking for the image placement with the, now, you know, I'm familiar with the concept of calibrating because of auto mechanics. Like you calibrate the speedometer so that the speed that's showing is actually the speed you're traveling at. And you have to do that every so often because it could get off. Especially like if you get a speeding ticket, that you can get a calibration done and go to court and ask for a prayer for judgment, say the calibration was off, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just saying this is why I know the term. If you have no idea how to describe, how to put in here, say, had you encountered this and you didn't know that term, then you could say, you can explain what's happening to ChatGPT and say, actually, you should preface it, probably make more sense logically, and say that I have an issue in Replit no code that I don't know how to explain to Replit agent for it to address it and try to fix it. I'm going to explain to you what the issue is, what I'm experiencing, and I need you to give me a good prompt that will help me to help Replit agent fix the problem. This is all you got to do. Is say something like that to the ChatGPT, and it's going to give you back. You want to see? Watch. First, I'm going to say it was number 3. Thanks. Oh, I forgot how long it's going to take. So now maybe we'll do it in another thread so that it won't take as long. Photo scavenger hunt game. Let's just start a new thread, new chat. I have an issue with Replit agent. I'll prove to you that this works. With Replit agent. Excuse me. Don't know how to ask it to address the issue. I want to explain to you what is happening so you can give me the prompt to put in Replit agent so that it can help me so that, I mean, you don't have to put all this in word for word. It's just how I'm thinking about it, right? So that I can help it help me. Now, it is useful, some form of this, And the reason it's called context when you're talking about prompting. Prompting is everything in using AI. But this context tells ChatGPT how to deliver the response to you. Like if it knows why you're doing this and what you're trying to do with its response, then that's going to help it to tailor the response in a way that is in alignment with what you want to do with it, if that makes sense. Like you could be asking this question to do a report or do an article, but that's not what you're doing. You're asking it specifically for pasting it into Replit. So this is useful information. I'm just saying the wording doesn't have to be exactly the same. But, this is called context when it comes to prompt engineering. So that I can help it help me. And then I'm going to say, you can do this in 2, but I'm just going to go ahead and paste it because it's very simple. Okay, here is the issue. And I like doing it ... There is an image preview. And again, you need to give it the context for this as well. That's why I would like to have done it in the other thread. It has a whole lot of context already, but I don't want to wait that long for a response. And I think I can give it just partial context, and it can give Replit the information it needs to have an idea of how to solve it. There is an image preview for file upload. On that preview, oh, now, you got to think about how you want to word this. I said before, talking about effective communication. So what would be helpful for it to understand is that there's 2 images. This is called the background image. There's an image preview for a file, for background image file upload. On that preview, then I'm gonna say, and I'm thinking about logic here. There is also an upload button for main character, or let's call it what it is, in case it mentions this to Replit. Hero, honoree. This honoree image is the person of interest for the event, which is what the image uploads. I should have started with the flyer. R4. We are creating event header image. So when the honoree image is uploaded, it is superimposed. That means placed over top of the other image. Superimpose over the background image. Now, in the preview image, I can drag around that superimpose image anywhere over the background image. Then I click the generate rate button, which locks the honoree to the position on the background for displaying preview image that will go on the invitation flyer. All right. Background, so when the honoree image is uploaded, then have a remove background to the, I'm doing all of this just to show you that this works. Background to the honoree image, and to give you an idea of how thorough, how you need to explain it to get a response you can use. Image. And hey, you might need to work through it like you see me doing. It is superimposed over the background image. The preview image can't. In the preview image, I can drag around the superimposed image, superimpose. And you see I'm going back and reading it and seeing where I can be more specific so that to eliminate the probability of misinterpretation. So it's called accurate thinking and good communication, anywhere over the background image. Then I click the generate button, which locks that honoree image, which is almost self-explanatory, but I'll still put it to the position on the background for displaying that preview image. And I want to not be long run-on sentences. Then that will go on the image. Then that image will go on the invitation flyer. Now I'm giving it the context. Here is the problem. The problem that needs fixing is the preview with the honoree image is not tracking with exact location on the generated flyer image. Oh, all right. And I can give ChatGPT this perfectly explains it right there. Actually, it's going to be very easy. You probably can't see it here, but you see that the arms in two different locations, and I've accurately described with words the picture that I've uploaded, and this is going to help it nail exactly what I'm trying to ask for. With the honoree image, it's not tracking with the exact location on the generated flyer. How, and it's probably saying, well, the words you're using here to describe this problem, I don't know. I think you're joking with me. You know how to tell Replit. You know how to tell Replit what you need. But how can I explain to Replit agent a problem that I need fixing in a way that it is easy to understand and properly address? Question mark. Here we go. And and I say how, basically saying, give me the prompt. I said, how can I explain to Replit? I could just say, see, give me a prompt to put in Replit. And so here it is. Matter of fact, I wanted to do it myself, but why I do it now? I done did all that. I might as well just use exactly what it's saying. Well, it's saying a little more than I need. It's giving it all of the context that I just gave it. And so look at here. Likely root causes. What I want to implement. Oh my God. All right, so this is a little more than what you want to put in there because we don't know if Replit used these terms in this code and trying to tell it exactly. That's not what we want to do. Debug. So I'm going to say, okay, give, all right, this is the prompt, all of this? Okay, the goal. Fix position mismatch between Diagnosing image in the preview and its final position in the general. That's it right there. That's the prompt right there. The rest is just context and all of that. But remember, Replit already knows the context. And the bug part, the honorary image position, is a repeat of the prompt. Well, stating what the problem is. And it's saying, well, I can include this part, what I want implemented. All right, so I can include this part. You don't want to tell Replit how to do, in this case, because it's using terms that's in the code. It doesn't know the code to tell Replit to do this in the code. And we don't want to add more code without just seeing if you can fix what's there. So it's saying that likely root causes, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use everything up to that. I'm not going to tell it what to implement. I'm just going to tell it what the likely cause is, and Replit will know what to implement. But I'm going to warn Replit that I got this prompt from ChatGPT to tell you how to address the problem that I'm seeing. So, and that's that. Acceptance, code task. Yeah, you see, I'm not using none of that. So this is good that I did this. Let's see if this fixes it. All right, I need you to calibrate. I'm not even going to use that term, which, I mean, I'm telling you that probably would tell it exactly what I needed to do, but I'm just want to show you using absolute pixels. Prompt for Replit agent. I got this from ChatGPT to help you figure out the problem I see with generate flyer preview image. There you go. Now let's see what happens. Perfect. I can see the exact issue. Did I put the screen? Yeah. I can see the exact issue from the screenshot. The honorary image position preview doesn't match the flyer final generated flyer. Looking at the coordinates, this suggests we're dealing with coordinate space mismatch. Let me investigate the coordinate handling between the preview. Let me examine the key parts. This issue is likely. Perfect. Now I understand the issue. The problem is that our preview uses object contain. All right, so let's see how this works. Hopefully. Meanwhile, I just want to see how it looks on the invite real quick. So far, it shows up. It shows up the exact replication. This is excellent. So if this works, this will be wonderful. All right, here we go. Let's refresh. It says agent is ready. That's how we know. Refresh. Let's go to generate. Let's go to landscape. Let's go to upload. Might as well use the exact same thing. I think it's the exact same thing, yeah. That's not broke. Wonderful. And it is good to use the same thing, because if the calibration is still off, then you have the two images for comparison, so that Replit can use the second result and compare it to the first result and have an idea of how to just take it to the exact same spot to see, get an idea of which direction to try to move things. I don't think it moved it much. I don't think it moved it at all. Wait, let me try something. Did it move it at all? No. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's the same amount off, put it that way. Seems to me. And this, so by using the same image, then Replit can quickly and accurately see that absolutely nothing was changed, which means whatever it did didn't work. Dog. So back to the drawing board for us. But the good thing is, this is the image that you need to look at, and you know that this is what's going to be happening on the flyer. So worst case scenario, all you need to do is readjust this so that this shows where you need it to on the final image. So that's one way of dealing with it. But if it could be accurate, then that would be obviously better user experience. I said, what else can be done? I don't want to know what else can be done. What else can be the solution to this problem? Remember, I said accurate. Let's fix it. Let's see what it says. Now, I think in the future version, we'll say move the QR code, give the user the option to move the QR code to the left or the right, or wherever on the screen, or maybe not. Agent is ready. Refresh. Let's try it again. Generate flyer. Landscape. Choose the background. Let's use that same image. Let's get the honoree. Let's get that. Same image. Remove the background. Oh no, didn't work. Well, I'm gonna give it one more try. That didn't work either. Next solution, please. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's see if, oh, I should have. I'm actually going to go back over here and I'm going to put all of this in the chat thread with our old buddy who, remember, who has seen a lot of the code already as well. It was number 3. Okay. And I'm going to I'm just going to circle this to make it easier. And see if it comes up with something different. Since it actually has more context, including the code, which we didn't really go all the way down to the code that was specific to that part of the app. But hey, it could be something related. Now remember, though, I didn't ask for a solution from it. I asked for a way to tell Replit how to do it. So actually, I could have used I could have added to this and said, what is the possible solutions that we can tell? That's what I'll put next. What are the possible solutions that I can have Replit to look into? Here's a clean copy and paste. Task fix mix match between honorary and O-line. I'll upload the background. Likely root cause. This is what I'll be looking for. The likely root cause. Now, I'll be curious to see the difference and similarities in what it says the likely root cause is and what it said in the other chat. Uh-oh. Okay. I was just reading something and I was like, you tripping. And here it is. We're storing using pixel coordinates from the preview container and reusing them directly for the final image, but the final image has different dimensions: crop, aspect ratio, padding. We need to normalize the overlay position and size in the preview, then denormalize using the flyer dimension when generating. And my first response was, but you're tripping. It isn't a different image dimension. But then I realized that it is right, because you look at this image, look at look at it, look at it. Look at this container and the image that's in it. The container is filled out. So it's like adapting the image for the container. You look at this one, the container is made in the same way, but it's taking the image at face value, at least, what we're seeing. At least what we're seeing here. And let's see. Okay, I just did it again, that's why. All right, yeah, let's do it again real quick. Honoree. But you can see the difference right there, really. It'd probably be more obvious once we do this step. But that's exactly the problem, I think. Because if you're using the positioning based off the edge of the image, or anywhere that is starting from the image dimension, then it's going to be different for each image. The same numbers could be different, could result in different positioning for the different images. And so, oh, wait a minute. But, and it's still, this preview is the same though. That's why. Yeah, this preview is the same. But you can see right here inside the container that it's not filling out this like this. So the question is, are the coordinates? I don't know. I don't know now. But anyway, let's see. We have nothing to lose to give it. I'm curious to see what the other one said though. I'm gonna copy this. And then I'm gonna go to the other one. Where it says likely root cause, absolute, different size canvas, non-accounting, bounding box, orientation. All right, so we didn't paste this part in before about normalizing coordinates, because I didn't want to get this part. But okay, this time, let's try it and see what happens. Let's try it, see what happens. ChatGPT gave me these possible solutions. Because I'm gonna start with that didn't work. I'm gonna grab a new fresh. Can I use this? Yeah, I can use that. Let me make sure the coordinates are the same. The coordinates are not exactly the same, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to get a new snapshot. Now let's see what happens. Agent is ready. Okay, wish me luck. Let's refresh and then test it out. Choose the background. Oh, I ain't the one. Use this one. Choose choose the honoree. The hand. Remove the background. Now, if anybody wants to use the app, do remember you can upload your own video at least. I'll make it so you can upload your own image too. Well, you can upload your own image. I'm tripping. All you gotta do is make the finished image your upload background image, and there you have it. I need to make that clear though, so people can understand. But yeah, that's all you gotta do is, in which I can add another tab here and make this say upload your own, and then you choose from video and image, and it really just routes you back to this same upload function. It's really very, that's all has to be done. But let's see how this works. Oh, that it looks like it's a little bit off, but I can live with that. It's very close, very, very close. But let's make sure it translates over to the yes, sir. So now you have just gotten a master class in fixing problems on Reddit, on Replit. I need to, well, let me let it know. That fixed the issue. This should finally fix. Oh, you see what it did? Preview 10% from left, 10% from left, regardless of container size. Final flyer 10% from left, 192 pixels from left. Landscape. Yeah, that is the other question. Let's go ahead and actually, we don't know how this is going to. Oh, okay, it's not going to change it. I did want it to actually change. That's the other question. If this is on vertical, then what happens when you upload the landscape? Let's see real quick. Would it? Oh, it's just going to auto detect and switch. So you really don't even need this here anymore. I guess I'll leave it for now. So, okay. Oh, this is what I didn't check. This has not. This is still cropping. That fixed the issue. The social media buttons. Now, hopefully, Replit agent has learned from fixing the last few problems and can solve this issue more quickly. Maybe some of the solutions to similar issues are also would also fix this problem. I'm going to give it images so it doesn't have to guess at interpreting what I'm saying. It can see exactly what I'm saying. And I'm also going to say well, you know what would be useful if you can drag. Let me see, can I? Let's see, how do I say this? The image shouldn't be cropped, just cut to fit. Yeah, just cut, just cropped. Oh, wait a minute. The image shouldn't be, it should be cropped, but you're adding, wait a minute, what is this? This done changed the whole image. How is this thing over here? Look at this. Oh, that whole, oh, I see what this is. This is inside the cell phone. What is that doing? Oh, so this is, I don't know what this one is doing. This is just tearing the image all to pieces. I don't know. We'll see how it fixes it. The image shouldn't be cropped. I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna leave it like that and see if it fixes it. Now I can see the social media preview. Images are not is now fixed with and normalized. Excellent. The honoree position. I think crop. You're absolutely right. This is exactly the same issue we just saw. Formats are probably using different aspect ratios, but the same coordinate system, causing cropping. We'll see. Now I can fix the social media cropping by changing from fill to fit. I don't know if it's exactly the same problem really, because I don't know why it would have to create stuff to fill it. It could use the actual image to fill it without creating or picking up the border outside of the actual image, which is what it's doing on at least the Instagram image. All right, let's use the same one. And this used honoree. Let's remove the background. Let's put this over here like that. Let's move this somewhere different this time. Right there. A place where you can tell if it's off even a little. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. It is off a little bit, but not much. Which ideally you want it to be exactly what. Wait a minute. All right, social media. That didn't fix it. Actually, I don't know what's happening, because you see, I mean, it's just making up stuff. The hand, the QR code. Wait a minute. Oh, It's taken away. Oh no, it's there. Yeah, I don't know. I fix that. Work on that another time though. But I'm going to redeploy what we got right now, and I'll catch you on another one.